Welcome back to another Rocket League Cup commentary video. Yesterday I celebrated my friend's birthday. We went to Applebee's. I went out with a group of friends from the gym. We chose Applebee's because they have this dollar margarita deal that we thought would be a cheap and easy way to get lit. Yeah, I mean, when we got there, started ordering the drinks, and we were trying to figure out what to get because there were different types of margaritas. The waitress was like, she said something along the lines of Arby's doesn't support drinking, or at least like they're not trying to facilitate people getting too lit, so most of the margaritas are like majority juice, and it's like I think you should 3% alcohol. I think if you bought a handle and then did like the shot per dollar ratio, I wouldn't be surprised if it came out pretty similar, if not worse, there at Arby's. But you know, it was whatever. That friend whose birthday it was, we were obviously trying to get him to drink, have a good time. I mean, he's always super apprehensive about drinking and adamant to not drink. He always says that at the beginning of the night, but there have been several nights where that's not been the case. This night he was really trying not to drink, and I made a deal with him, and I was like, if I drink 4 of these. Well, at first I was like, if I drink 5 of these, you'll drink 1. I quickly rescinded that and I was like, no, let me do 4. He accepted that deal and I ended up drinking 4 of those shitty dollar margaritas. Felt like shit after, but I mean, we had a good time. Ended up going back to our friend's house and drinking a little more and just chilling out. We also wanted the servers to come out with a cake and sing happy birthday to him, which we told them. And like towards the end of the meal, he went to the restroom. Right before he could come back, the servers came out with the candles and they got the loud ass rattler things and the cake coming out to wish him happy birthday, and he's like walking behind them coming out from the bathroom, and we had to tell him like, no wait, no wait, he's like, yeah, he's not here yet, or he's actually right behind you. So we also got him a piñata earlier in the day because we all go to the same gym. We met up, and after our lifts, or like in the middle of some of our lifts after other people's lifts, we set up a piñata in the back behind the gym, and we blindfolded him and spin him around and had him hit that. But yeah, whenever I do the cut commentary and play, it's way harder to focus on what I'm doing. I feel like you'd never think about how much of a handicap, YouTubers or streamers that are commentating while they're playing, and I'm sure they're used to it at some point. It really does work like a whole different part of your brain while you're trying to play. So like what I'm doing right now, I feel like I wouldn't even do if I wasn't trying to talk. Like I'm just aping at the ball. I'm not even trying to. I mean, it's not too far off from what I normally do. Let me lock in. I'm pretty sick. I got sick like last week. Helping my girlfriend move. It's like in the middle of a Texas summer right now. It's averaging like 100-degree weather outside, and it's like dry heat. Hold on, let me see if I can. Oh my god. That actually, I think, is like my first ever air dribble bump. Definitely in ones, I'll say that. Super hot outside, sweating my dick off, helping my girlfriend move out or move into her new apartment. Just lugging a bunch of furniture and small items as you would when you're moving up and down stairs into the car out of the U-Haul. Yeah, that shit was horrible. But the thing is, like, I think what got me sick was I was blowing the AC hard as hell, and something about like the heat, the dry heat, and then blowing the super cold air into my like sinuses, I guess maybe dried it out. I'm not too sure, but I didn't really feel it until then. But yeah, it's been 7 weeks now, exactly 7 weeks. I kind of expected to be completely good by now. I'm not. I'm good now. Like, I really only had fatigue for like one day, and the rest of the days were just a lot of like sore throat, and then a lot of congestion and like mucus buildup, which is usually how colds go for me, and I'm sure for everybody. I think I missed. Yep. Oh, he actually saved that. Holy shit. I've been trying to get better at Rocket League because I've been pretty ass. I've been playing this game for like 4 or 5 years. Probably more. Probably like 5, closer to 5 years. And I'm hard stuck champ 1, so I get angry thinking about how much time I've put into this game and how ass I am at it, so. Oh, I've been practicing flicks a lot. Okay. Recently watched the Odyssey movie with my girlfriend a couple days ago. Pretty good movie. Really good movie, actually. I would give it like probably get 8.5 out of 10. I think the middle of the movie was fantastic. Like going through each of the I don't know what you would call them, like the mythological bosses, or like the creatures of the tests or whatever. That whole sequence was fantastic. It was really cool to see Christopher Nolan's adaptation of all of those. The only other Greek mythology movie that I've watched, I'm sure it's the same for a lot of other people, is the Percy Jackson movies. And then the ending I felt was a little, I don't know, I thought there would be, because I kind of feel like Tom Holland's character, like his whole voyage to like find his dad and like figure out where he is, I feel like it was kind of pointless. I just wish there was more. His character had a little more involvement to the ending, to the defeat of the suitors or whatever, you know, and Odysseus's reclaim of power. Yeah, I can't stop scrolling on my phone. My brain is fried. I spend like hours in a day on my phone. I already know a day is gonna be a bad day if I wake up and the first thing I do is start scrolling on my phone. Like, it just fries my brain, and it feels like I'm playing dopamine catch up, and any type of productive activity or task that I try to undergo is just like 10 times harder to get myself to do because my dopamine's fried. Like, there's I like handicapped myself at the start of the day, or I'm not handicapped, I fucked myself at the start of the day. Before like the 2000s, like the 80s or like the 90s or whatever, everyone was smoking cigarettes, like lung cancer and all the negative side effects, health consequences of cigarettes. Everyone had that. Society progresses and develops, and they kind of get over that. And obviously with the advent of technology, we're gonna look back on like our time, and we're gonna be like, wow, we were a bunch of dopamine hungry, just like slaves, dude. It's the damn phone. It's that damn phone. Our brains are getting fried, and we aren't addressing it properly as a society. Like, it feels like it's not taken that seriously. It has a pretty big impact on my day-to-day life, and I can imagine it's the same for pretty much anybody else, 20, 30 years, when they've ran the numbers, done the studies, it'll be interesting to see how fucked we really are. We really fucked ourselves with technology, with like scrolling and instant gratification and things like that. I feel like me and this guy are both trolling. Out of here. It's honestly pretty sad. Like, I think about when I was younger. Well, first of all, I think about all the time I spent scrolling, and then I think about my life when I was younger, and I think about how I spent my time. Because it's like any downtime I have, it's on, like, I'm immediately scrolling. Like, if I'm chilling at home, there's like a in-between, like, downtime, right? Let's say I'm, like, making food, and I am, like, waiting for the microwave to finish, right? Instead of, just kind of being in the moment, it's like the phone instantly comes out, And it's like all those small like gaps in the day. You're not necessarily doing anything, but there's a lot of small moments throughout the day where you could be, thinking about other things, using your brain to literally just think about other things, maybe you remember things you thought earlier in the day, but I feel like there's no more like downtime for your brain, there's no more transient moments. Everything is now, you're constantly being stimulated. A problem that a lot of people talk about is they're not afraid of being bored necessarily, but it's being bored is uncomfortable, right? And social media and your phone and scrolling is an easy way to avoid that discomfort, right? It's too easy, like since forever people have sat with that boredom, and it's been a good way to process like any dormant or internalize those, emotions, negative or positive. But now it's like it's back to back to back. Like, you're never in that like lull transient spot. It feels like my days are full, but then I'm like laying in bed at the end of the day, and it's like, what the fuck did I do? It feels like I'm busy throughout the whole day, and like there's something going on, and I'm laying in bed, and it's like, wow, I just had the same day that I had for the last like the same day that I had for the last fucking year or 2 years. Like, what is my life anymore? And that's not how it always was. I feel like I was like a lot more free to think in the past, which sounds like super doomer, but it's like kind of the truth. This guy's not free at all. For a lot of people, it's a distraction, or it's a way to avoid an emotion, or a way to avoid a feeling that you've been suppressing or whatever. You don't have to address what's going on, because you can just distract yourself, or you can, these sources of like quick dopamine, whether it be like nicotine or whatever, alcohol or weed, whatever, scrolling, it could be food for some people, whatever quick dopaminergic hit that you choose, so you don't have to address what's going on inside of you. So I think that means I have something that I'm hiding. I think that means I'm fucked up, and I need to face whatever it is that everyone has something, right? Yeah, I think I've just gotten too comfortable avoiding my problems instead of facing them head on, and whatever discomfort that they bring, be willing to face it head on. I'm done. Yeah, see ya.